So last night I posted a video that's very different than my usual content. Normally I talk about trauma, CPTSD, nervous system regulation, and education to help you overcome the pain from trauma. But last night I shared a piece of my story, and honestly I almost didn't post it because I just felt that it was maybe a little too personal, too raw, too exposed, and not really professional. In that video I said that I grew up with two drug-addicted parents, both addicted to heroin, crack, violent, negligent, and just constant chaos. And by the time I was 10 years old, they were both gone, dead, and just 1 month later, my grandmother, the only consistent caregiver that I had, she was dead of a heart attack. And just like that, I was an orphan. I was thrown into the system, group homes, foster care, no safety, no stability, just pure survival. And let me be real with you, those statistics that I had to overcome are extraordinary. Kids like me, kids from backgrounds like mine, are 4 times more likely to develop some type of substance use disorder, 2.7 times more likely to attempt suicide. Less than 3% of us that come from foster care actually earn a college degree, and only 1% or less actually earn a master's degree. Over 50% of us experience homelessness within the first few years of aging out of the group home, and people with a high ACE score like mine, 10 out of 10, are drastically at higher risk of chronic illness, addiction, early death, incarceration, and mental health issues. So yeah, the odds were extraordinary and they weren't in my favor, and I knew it. I was angry, I was disassociated, I didn't care if I lived or if I died. There were moments where I almost completely gave up, but I thought to myself, if I do this, I can't take this back. But I didn't give up, because somewhere deep down inside me, buried underneath all that pain, all that trauma, there was a spark, an undying belief that maybe I can be somebody and I can have a better life. And this belief, I think it saved me. Even when I didn't have hope, I had a fight. Even when I felt worthless, I just kept going. Even when I didn't feel love and I felt abandoned, I did just enough in order to survive. And that journey, it took me to therapy, to school, to becoming a trauma therapist, to becoming a safe and grounded father and a successful business owner. And that video that I posted, the one that I almost didn't and kept to myself, it exploded. Almost 10,000 views, hundreds of comments, and the reoccurring theme of people saying, I'm proud of you. You broke the cycle. How did you do it? And I want to say thank you, because I spent most of my life just feeling invisible and just like a fighter who has to just fight everything. And when I read and I saw that, it just deeply moved me how positive everyone was. That video, it reminded me that there's powerful stories out there. People who are not afraid to look death and trauma in the face and say, I can get through it. Because for me, trauma didn't win.